Hey YouTube, Index Music here, and welcome back to another episode of Upper Structure Fridays, a series where we look at upper structures for the purpose of piano comping and improvisation. If you haven't done so already, we definitely encourage you to check out our introduction to the series where we talk about upper structure triads, how to use them to create new colors in music. We'll put a link in the description down below, or you can click on this iCard right here. You can also check out our book bundle on mdex.com, where you can find tons of upper structure triads and exercises that will help you to better understand this concept. So having said that, let's move forward into this week's video. All right, so what we have today is a flat 2 minor on top of a dominant 7. This is a great chord to use for any dominant 7 chord in a minor key, or any dominant 7 chord that's targeting a minor chord. This will introduce two tensions to the harmony, a flat 9 and a flat 13. So if I have a C7, let's say, on the bottom, a flat 2 of that, D flat, so if I put a D flat minor on top of that, the color that you'll get is this. To construct this upper structure, we simply play a minor triad over a dominant 7 chord, starting on the flat 9 or flat 2 of the chord. For example, in G7, the flat 9 or the flat 2 is A flat. So we simply have to play an A flat minor triad on top of a G7 chord. We now have a G7 with two altered tensions, the flat 9 and the flat 13. You can simplify by extending the dominant 7 chord to the flat 9 and then playing a minor triad rooted on that note. So basically, if I have that C7 I was just talking to you guys about before, I basically would just extend that up to the 9th, which is our D, and then flatten that, and then build my minor triad off of that note. That's just one perspective to get to this upper structure triad that we're talking about. For a different and more independent perspective, think play a minor triad a half step above the root of the dominant 7 in any inversion. A more advanced way of looking at this chord is to look at the scale that it suggests, which is Mixolydian flat 9, flat 13, which makes perfect sense if you consider what we talked about earlier, which is putting this on top of the 5 chord of a minor key. And Mixolydian flat 9, flat 13 is the 5th mode of harmonic minor. So what am I saying here? I'm saying if I have a C7 on my left hand and I put that D flat minor again on my right, and I spell out all those notes that I get within that chord in alphabetical order, I'll basically get this scale. Minus one note, minus the 4th, minus the, in this case, the F. So Mixolydian flat 9, flat 13 is the chord that this scale will suggest. The dominant 7 with the Mixolydian flat 9, flat 13 is a great chord scale pairing to use when the dominant 7 chord is functioning as the 5-7 of a minor target. This is the upper structure we used in our example in the intro video. And when I fall in love, this C7 is the 5-7 of F minor 7, the 5-7 of 2, which is a minor target. So the Mixolydian flat 9, flat 13 is an ideal scale, which makes our upper structure the perfect candidate. So we can play a D flat minor triad on top of the C7, and we'll get a C7 flat 9, flat 13. All right, so here's your upper structure challenge of the day. See if you can picture the flat 2 minor triad that needs to go on top of these dominant 7 chords that we're about to give you. As usual, we'll give you 4 beats to answer. If you feel like you need a little more time, feel free to press the pause button. C7, D flat minor, F7, G flat minor, A7, B flat minor, D7, E flat minor, G7, A flat minor. That's all for this episode of Upper Structure Fridays. Thanks again, as always, for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. We leave you today with our demonstration of a flat 2 minor chord on top of a dominant 7 chord. Enjoy.